Hey, I hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from Six String Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're learning how to play this fingerstyle arrangement of the Times They Are A-Changin. Just before we get going, make sure you subscribe and press the notification bell if you're new to this channel and you're into your fingerpicking. But anyway, let's get straight on with the lesson. I've altered the tuning just a little bit for this. To the 6th string, that's gone down to the note of D, and the 5th string, that's gone to the note of G. So you've got D, G, and then as normal D, G, B, E. Okay? That's the tuning there. And the first few bars go like this. Okay, so the chords in their most basic form are G, E minor, C, G. That's the first 4 bars. G, E minor, C, G. But because the tuning's different, they might look like different shapes. Well, they are different shapes. So we start on a G chord. And for this one, on the 6th string, you just want to hold down the 5th fret. And on the 1st string, you want to hold down the 3rd fret. Just like a regular G, but because of the tuning, the 6th string's gone up 2 frets. So you're going to start by playing the high E string. And then holding these notes down. After that, I'd probably play the high E string and the B string together with the bass note. So, like that. And then I'd strum up, down. Just on really the top 2 strings, targeting the high E string. And then we go to this E minor shape, and I'm holding for this one the 2nd fret on the 6th string, and then you're probably not really going to play it, but I'll also hold down the 2nd fret on the 4th string, but you also want to get the 3rd fret on the high E string, like that. And once you've got that, I'll play the bass note, and then the open 2nd string, and the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Okay, so like, and then I'll probably just strum up, so like that. And then I'll play the 5th fret on the high E string, and then that'll lead us to our C chord like this. So far you'll have, and then that goes to our C chord. And for the C chord, I'm holding down the 5th fret on the 1st string. That's your melodic note, and then the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then the 5th fret on the 5th string. Okay, and I'll just play those all together. Like that. So, and then hold the chord down and play 3-1 on the 1st string. You can hammer it if you want, doesn't matter. And then that goes up to our G like this. So your melodic note is the 7th fret on the high E string, and then open strings and the 5th fret on the 6th string. So, like that. So once I land on that chord, I'll probably play the 1st string, the 2nd string, and the 6th string together. Once we're there, I'll just strum a little bit. Up, down, up, and then alternate the bass. I'll play a D string after that, and then I'll strum up, down, up, and then back to the 6th string, up, down, up. And that's your first kind of 6 bars. Up, down, up, bass. Up, down, up, bass. Up, down, up, bass. Okay, so just strumming, sticking on that G chord for a bit, alternating the bass if you want to. And then after that, it goes like this. So we played the open D string, then you're going to play 7, 8 on the high E string, and then it goes to a G chord, but here I'm holding down the 8th fret on the 2nd string and the 10th fret on the 1st string, and I'll play that with the open A string or the 5th string, which is a note of G. So that's over a G chord, but I'll play the 1st, the 2nd, and the 5th string together, and then I'll play the 1st and 2nd string together, and then again 1st and 2nd. So, and I think maybe I'll do it like that, or I might strum. I'm not sure exactly. Probably something like that. But anyway, you're playing those 1, 2, 3, and then This time we're actually onto an A minor chord, or A minor 7. We play the 7th fret on the low E string with the 10th fret on the high E string, and then the 8th fret on the high E string, and then the 7th fret on the high E string. So like so. Okay, and then we go back to that C. Remember, all on the 5th fret, and play the 1st, the 2nd and the 5th together. And then we strum up, down on the same chord, just the top 2 strings is fine. And then down to this D chord like this. So I'll kind of play the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th string together, but holding down the 5th fret on the high E string, 3rd fret on the B string, or 2nd string, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So, okay, so from right the way back to the beginning. Okay, then it goes back to your G chord, and you're going to play the 3rd fret on the high E string twice, and then again with the B string open, and then the bass note on your G chord. So, and then we strum once more on the chord, and then to our E minor. So, okay, we hold down our full E minor chord, and remember we're including the 3rd fret on the high E string there, and you just play the bass note, 2nd fret on the low E string, and 3rd fret on the high E string, and I'll get the B in there as well, the B string, and then strum up, but open high E this time, and then back to the 3rd fret on the high E string, and strum down. Okay, so, and that goes back to our C. So hold down our C chord just like before, and play the 5th fret on the 1st, 2nd and 5th string, and then 3, 5 on the high E string. So, and then that goes back to our G like this. So 5th fret in the bass and 7th fret on the 1st string. Okay, so that bit. And then we do our strumming again. Up, down, up, bass. Bass on the D string, and then we strum up, down, up. And I'm just targeting roughly the 2nd and the 3rd string. So we play the chord, up, down, up, 4th string, up, down, up, 6th string, up, down, up, 4th string. Okay? And then we've got okay, so very similar to as before, but just very slightly different. So we play the open 4th string, and then we play 7, 8 on the high E string, just like we did before. And then we go to this shape for our G chord. Remember, that's the 8th fret on the 2nd string and the 10th fret on the high E string. And you're going to play that with the open 5th string. So, and then we're going to play the 10th fret on the high E string again. And then it's to our A minor, so we want to get the 7th fret in the bass on the 6th string. Play that with the 10th fret on the high E string, and then 8, 7 on the 1st string. Okay, so and then down to our D chord like this. Remember, that's the 5th fret on the high E string with the 3rd fret on the 2nd and the 2nd fret on the 3rd. We play the whole chord. Alright, and then we strum up, down, up. So far, right the way back to the beginning. So we play the chord, up, down, up, and then the low E string for the bass. And then it goes into the little chorus part. So, that's it. So it's just this bit left to do. So that bit awkward, bit of a stretch, but it's a D chord, so D triad, and I'm playing the 10th fret on the 1st string and the 2nd string, and then the 11th fret on the 3rd string with the open D string. So you just play that. Then we make it a D7, so you just have to bar up to the 4th string on the 10th fret. Okay, so, and then we keep the 10th on the 1st and 2nd string and the 11th on the 3rd string, but then you want to play the 9th on the 4th string. Okay, so, and then keep these 3 fingers exactly where they are and take your index and push it right the way down to the 9th fret. Like that, okay, so let's pick together, up, down, pick together, up, down, pick together, up, down, pick together. And sometimes I follow the melody a bit more and play. That's the "you better start running or you'll sink like a stone." So you can do it like that if you want to, or you can just strum. Okay, so that's that bit. It's not too hard. The stretch can be a bit hard, so just practice it. And then we hammer 7, 8 on the 1st string, and then we go back to this G chord like this that we played a whole bunch of times. Remember, 10th fret on the high E string, 8th fret on the 2nd string, and you can get the 7th fret on the 3rd string in there as well with the open A string. So. And then I'll probably play that again. Just the top 3 strings on the same chord. That goes down to our C. And that's, I'm just barring the 5th fret on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. But I'll also get the 8th fret on the high E string there. Okay, then just move that down to the 7th fret. I'll play the same chord. So. And you're nearly there to this shape. Remember this D chord that we've done? Play that all together and then go from the 5th fret to the 3rd fret on the high E string and play the chord again. And then we're back to our G, and then the whole thing just goes round again. That's pretty much the whole song. So here it is from the top, nice and slow.